The infamous poop plane.
Well, I guess I can't describe it. It was just constant.
Details about what forced a Delta Airlines flight
Nobody can tell it any worse than what it was.
from Atlanta, Barcelona to turn around Friday night mid-flight.
The Delta Airlines 194 flight. What fucking happened?
It was that bad.
Today is a very serious video. We're going to be talking about one of the most dangerous, one of the most horrifying flights to ever go up in the sky. Not that one. Do you know the name of the flight? Yeah, there it is. We're of course talking about Delta Airlines flight DL-194, codenamed the Poopy Pigeon.
The poopy pigeon.
This, in recent memory, is one of the most disturbing, one of the most haunting stories to grace us on the internet yet. And let me tell you something. It takes a lot for an airplane halfway through its travel to be like, we cannot go any farther. We have to turn around and come back. And that is unfortunately what happened
Well, like,
to
dude,
Delta
what did shit start flowing out of the fucking toilet?
airline flight DL-194. The Poopy Pigeon is now an infamous, so also Poopy Pigeon, that's mine, trademark, mine. What happened on Poopy Pigeon? What happened on DL-194? Definitely not as fun as saying Poopy Pigeon. Was a woman,
Did you just assume my
or man, I'll tell you the story, calm down, shot diarrhea all over the plane.
What?
And when I say all over the plane, it's not just your seat where someone's like, oh no, it all over the plane, from front to fucking back. I mean, unbelievable.
How do you shoot diarrhea all over the plane? What were they running around with their pants down?
So let me go in depth about what happened
I saw this on TikTok. I've never heard of this.
on this aircraft that had to turn around and re-land back at its starting destination.
Unless they were shitting themselves on the plane and like walking around.
Did
This was bro, he's acting like this is a story from like 4 years ago or like 2 years ago. This is last week. This happened last week. Let me tell you of the story of the flight that had to turn around. Like this shit was like in 2021 or some shit, or like the Titanic.
Friday, September 1st, not so long ago. It was a warm, humid
Dude, I'm pretty sure he uploaded this a day ago too. He probably filmed this shit like 3 days after it happened.
Atlanta day. Partly cloudy
I
throughout,
was in
but
Atlanta.
nothing adverse outside of a slightly darker sky. Not an uncommon sight for Georgians around this time of year. For most passengers, we start at the Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. ATL, baby, right? You can have whatever you like. For most passengers arriving at Atlanta's busiest airport, this was just another normal day for air travel, especially for those slated to board Delta Airlines flight DL-194.
Where's it going? Where's it going? Oh, it landed. Yo, that's actually funny as shit. Landed over 6 days ago. Left gate E26, Atlanta, Georgia. Landed in Atlanta, Georgia. 2 hours later? What the fuck? No way they turned around. Bro, they had to almost be at the fucking area. They were in the air for 2 hours?
94. A common flight route that takes place most evenings.
Oh, they were gonna go across country.
Transporting passengers from Atlanta to Barcelona. That's how you say it. It's procedure.
Barcelona. Isn't that how they say it? I know in most Spanish countries, a C is just a C. But it's Barcelona.
Time around 6:40 most nights. However, on this night, there were some pretty extensive delays for those weary travelers that extended their stay in Atlanta for 1 hour and 49 minutes. Just enough time for a concoction to brew. Already disgruntled, these poor aerial commuters were... Oh, dude, I'm sorry. Were oblivious to the events that would take place and change their lives forever. Fucking lightning. But let's go down even more specific. What was the exact breakdown of this horrible event? Every time code used here is EDT, or Eastern Daylight Time. The event went as followed. 8:20 p.m. Passengers at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport board.
At 8:20 p.m., passengers board the flight. At 8:45, it takes off. At 8:50, somebody gets up to use the bathroom, but they don't make it. They don't make it, do they? They shit all over the walls.
Board flight DL-194 in preparation for their 8-hour and 38-minute trip to Barcelona.
Oh my God, an 8-hour flight.
8:48.
I understand why they turned around now, okay? I mean, we don't know how bad this is going to get, but I was assuming when he was like, oh, they had to turn around, it was so bad. I was like, dude, a 3-hour flight, like, I'd deal with the poop on the walls, right? Just get me to the destination. If somebody shit on, how about this? I'm going to pan out a scenario, chat. How long of a flight would it have to be to where an hour into the flight, somebody starts shitting all over the walls and you say turning around would be better than just continue going? 4 hours. If an hour into a 4-hour flight, somebody shit all over the walls, I might honestly say just keep it going. I honestly might just say keep it going. 5 hours, I'd say turn around. 4 hours, I'm going to say, yep, at this point, right, we've already been delayed 2 hours. What's a little shit gonna do? Give me a face mask. I'll put it over my nose.
Beginning its journey up through the eastern United States and over the Atlantic Ocean. 9:10 p.m. A passenger sitting in row 17B hears an old woman say,
Miss, my stomach, do you have any Tums or my stomach hurts?
9:26 p.m. Passengers of the Airbus A350 begin experiencing something unsettling.
Oh, God.
Alongside a frantic flight crew, many could smell a faint stench. A stench that wouldn't stay faint.
If I was sitting next to that motherfucker, oh my God, I would get so mad, bro. I'd be like, get up and go use the bathroom right now. Like, if I that would void all social awkwardness. If an old lady shit herself next to me, I would say, get up, please. Please get up and go use the bathroom. You reek of shit. You reek of shit. Right? Like, I'm not sitting on that. I would stand in the back of the plane.
Much longer.
Why didn't they go to the toilet? I mean, if they're old, they might have just shit themselves. But, like, them not getting up after is just insane.
30 p.m. Passengers become increasingly aware of a medical incident happening within the cabin. A biohazardous threat, as was described by the crew. 9:34 p.m. Panic ensues. Or maybe it didn't. We're not really sure because there's
Panic ensues.
not much information about what's happening at this point. However,
Is this actually...
we do know that, according to one passenger, people were crawling over their seats to get away from it. 9:36 p.m. The pods...
Oh. I think that the old person shit themselves, and then it started, like... You know what I mean? Like going, like dripping through the seats and shit. Like, you had, like, imagine a really wet diarrhea, and it just starts, like, kind of creeping through, like, through the seats and stuff.
alerting air traffic control that there has been a biohazard incident on board.
If it's just a biohazard issue, we've had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane.
A messy
Oh my God, diarrhea! A messy trail of diarrhea left by a struggling passenger. Oh my God. One could argue this was a severe understatement, though, as many accounts state that the explosive diarrhea had been smeared along the entirety of one of the craft's main aisles. What? How much shit? Yo, am I wrong in saying you would know you had the stomach issue before you got on that flight, right? Like, if an hour into the ride, she's like, I'm gonna shit myself. Like, you would feel like shit before you got on.
As many accounts state that explosive diarrhea had been smeared along the entirety of one of the craft's main aisles. 9:38 p.m. The flight crew is attempting to mop up the mess with paper towels and even scented wipes. One passenger notes that this just makes it smell like vanilla shit.
Smearing that in, it smells like vanilla shit.
I think it smells kind of good. 9:45 p.m.
What do they do with the passenger? I imagine being, oh my God, I kind of feel bad, right? Imagine being that person that's just like compulsively shitting your pants. If I was a flight attendant, I would say sit in the bathroom for the rest of the flight, shit your brains out, and I'll call you when the flight is fucking done. It's an 8-hour flight, though! Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay, yeah, no, I would turn around. I would want to turn around. I understand now. Like, imagine having to smell poop for 7 hours.
The diarrhea cleanup operation is overwhelming the
You would
effort
get used to the smell? You kind of would.
of the flight
But people would probably start vomiting.
crew, so they employ a runner to keep bringing them paper towels as they frantically wipe. Passengers use what they can to hide their nostrils from the scent. Many begin to realize they may not make it back.
I would think it's actually kind of funny, though. No lie. Like, imagine being on that plane, unless you had to be in Barcelona. Like, imagine being on that plane and being like, oh my God, a passenger is explosively shitting everywhere. Like, as long as you're not... If I was, like, 6 aisles away from the person, I would be fine with it, right? I would think it would be funny. But, like, if I was within, like, a 10-foot radius of the person, I would be pretty upset.
Home alive.
I'd stand up immediately.
9:52 p.m. The pilots finished redirecting the aircraft towards the diverted path back to Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport.
Dude, I need more lore on this. This video's almost over. I need to know what, who was this person? What happened?
Atlanta, 10 p.m. There's nothing at this time to report, but we imagine it's torture for those on board. If we had to guess, it probably sounded something like this.
How was she shitting solid poop on the floor, though?
Give a fuck, I'm gonna hit her!
God, I think more's gonna come out.
Wow.
10:40 p.m. Delta Flight DL-194, now codenamed Poopy Pigeon, finally makes it back to Atlanta, arriving at the gate after 7-minute taxi where the passengers are, at long last, able to disembark with haste. As the passengers continued to deplane, one individual was able to capture this disturbing footage of the
I feel like I should scan this. Oh, it looks like there's no disturbing footage.
biohazard aftermath. .257
They put the person in a trash bag.
of the biohazard aftermath.
Am I right? That's a person, right? They put the person in a trash bag.
2:57 a.m. After spending another 5 hours at Hartsfield-Jackson, the poor souls of Delta Flight DL-194 finally
I'd
depart
make him sit in a trash bag. I mean, that would fix the problem.
Atlanta once more. Fortunately for all the travelers involved, the story ends here. They'd been transferred to another flight that was able to successfully complete its trip to Barcelona. Yes, that was the tragic tale so far of a poopy disaster, and you saw how fucking gross it was. But for a lot of people, the story doesn't end there. So apparently, whenever they landed, the ground crew spent hours ripping out all of
the carpet?
the diarrhea-embedded carpet off the plane. People don't get paid enough for this kind
And you're one of the ground crews, and they're like, all right, get on the plane. Oh, what's the problem? You step on. Oh my God! There's just shit everywhere.
of service. It's, oh my God, I cannot imagine being on my hands and knees doing that. Honestly, my cap's out to all the janitors out there who have had to probably pick up shit at least once or twice. I think that if I was fucking Tim Delta, if I was the CEO of this company, I would sue that old woman. I don't care how old you are. I'd be like, bring me her fucking head, dude. Are you kidding me? This plane.
If I was the person that ran, like, do you think the passengers got compensated? Like, I would be mad. I would be mad at the person, but I would also be like, bro, like, this shit just delayed my, like, whole flight area by, like, 6-7 hours, right? Like, I would want to get some sort of, like, free flight back or some shit.
I thought this was an intriguing story because from what we've seen in the video, just such an unbelievable amount of diarrhea, and I can't even imagine what some of the souls on this plane were even going. Oh, wait, hold on a second. What is that?
Flobble, lobble, lobble.
I see.
Lobble.
So next time that you're deciding to fly out into the world, maybe you'll go to Atlanta. Hell, maybe you'll go.
I mean, I've been to Atlanta Airport a bunch of times. I've never had a poop incident on the plane. I feel like that's just a very rare thing. All right, next video.